シージファンの皆様、こんにちは、こんばんは。とある薬学生と言います。今回も最後まで楽しんでいってください。
In weights and just sitting pretty for the push to come in. That's the scary factor, Tim, because we're late into the round. FaZe doing their best NiP impression with the way they're playing it. They're going to be going in for a last-minute execution. We've seen 2 of the smoke cans go out, I believe. We don't have any Wamai magnets remaining right now as well, so they are going to be a bit of a hindrance when push comes to shove, unless they hit their shots, especially when Oryx is able to reposition like this. Maybe this will be the first time we'll actually see him dash into a shield and go for something crazy, or instead he'll just use his firepower and go for the swing like a metronome. They come in from either side with the left and right hooks, hitting FaZe and dropping them down into 3 players alive. All of them taking some heavy hits though, but the Nomad finds the flick, Tim. A beautiful response there with a rifle, and she runs rampant, switches to the pistol but can't punish Pino, as Pino will pick up the round for NiP. Denies it for FaZe. No opener, although it was very close.
Astro just seemed to be one step ahead, but this time around they have gone for Attic and right now find themselves with a bit of a problem, forced deeper into the Attic room there. There is a goo mine in the leg of Yuna that is just eating health away from him. There was nothing he could do. He couldn't drop the shield because he was being challenged. Babe canisters used perfectly there by Kamikaze, but loses his life just before he gets the kill. We find ourselves 4 versus 4, but a huge tool.
You need, the commodity you want is to get the diffuser down and find frags, be able to up the body count and drop their numbers down. Talking of which, diffuser goes down, 40 seconds on the clock, and it will start to tick by. 4 versus 4. Sustainability is the big question mark for FaZe, though, as 2 of them are low. Both Ion and Mav. They have to play off angles effectively and hit their shots once the push comes across. Ion, he'll go for the swing, but Astro will hit the shot quicker as Muzi's been overthrown and massacred. There's a follow-up as well onto Julio that's going to be down in the dumps. Pino's the only one that turns up to the party, but can he bop his way towards the top? A 1 versus 2 to clutch it out, cleans up, switches to the Deagle, but no dominance coming through from the sidearm, as he'll be smacked in the face by Live and left dead as a doorknob on the deck.
Astro gone huge there in the post.
The SAS and leave them stunned on the ground. First frag is found though from Live for the opening pick on the Kamikaze. Psycho trapped in an awkward spot, trying to make the best of a bad situation, and timing doesn't work out well there for the Thermite. He had his utility in his hands, chucking out the nades who will run in unarmed, and now they've disarmed FaZe, Tim. This should be a second round picked up for NiP, because it's all on one man, and of course, the Nitro coming across. It won't be Julio making good on his promise, but it will be Pino punishing with a C4 from underneath.
Big round from Pino this time. Dropped through choice just to burn off some of those X-Kairos, see if they could take the exothermic charge with it. And I think that's exactly what's happened. I think the reaction has come in quickly enough. And what about a reaction from Kamikaze there? Nitro onto Live. That leaves us now 5 versus 4. 1 minute 10 left in this round. Julio playing the high line, just right up there at the rear stage. He's waiting to put that vector to use. He gets a sight. Out goes the Nitro. He did promise, but will not deliver this time. He does down Ion though. Muzi with a kill onto Yuna. Astro trades that one out. 4 versus 2 we find ourselves. NiP, they are pushing hard for this major. They don't want this to go any further than it needs to. Astro, he's just biding his time. He's looking to move in there and pick up his oppo. He needs to. That gives him at least a 2 versus 4 here. But Ion, he's 1 bullet away from death. And this vector we know can pump out about 1,000 bullets a minute, and it will just rain through the remaining FaZe players if given any opportunity whatsoever. Julio, he's just keeping the old noggin down at the minute, keeping himself behind that table. He doesn't want to see his Cantaloupe popped as they come pushing forward. Pino gets Ion, and the focus now all falls onto Astro. 1 versus 4. Can he do this? He's got to look for anything he can find right now. Pino gives him a helping hand with a Nitro onto Psycho, but it is Julio ultimately. The RTA shotgun as he moves through the door. That's going to be the final kill, and NiP go on to 4-1. And things, they are starting to look good from the Goyo. He's just going to dip away. The Monty's looking to get in there and aggress with that hip-fire pistol shot, but will not manage to get the kill as Julio shuts down, and this is not looking good for FaZe right now. We see Kamikaze flashed and downed as he moves out through the door, but Live is down as well right now. Julio will get Astro and put the diffuser on the ground. A double from him. Psycho with the kill onto Ion in the midst. And that is going to be the round 6 going to NiP. They are storming through Oregon. On spot, Kamikaze is going to look to get in there and cover. He's putting it down. He's got the turtle shield on his back there and just manages to avoid that nitro. Great play from him. Tries to back in, but just not quite enough. Drops the diffuser instead of going for the plant. He's going to give it another whirl. Muzi is to open things up onto Yuna. 5 versus 4 now. Can Psycho stick this? Yes, he can. This is not going to be easy for FaZe from here. 4 versus 4. We see kills coming backwards and forwards. This one is a nail biter. There is a man down in bunker. There is a second one down. It's all down to Psycho. Shut down. FaZe, they will be able to get in and get the disable. Triple kill for Astro. He will finish things off on the diffuser as well. That one really looked in for FaZe Clan if it continues like this, and Astro will open things up onto Kamikaze. Good start on a run out there, showing Pino that he's not the only one who can take advantage of those Valkyrie Black Eye cameras, and he will take the Thermite off the board. So that is an absolute jackpot swing for Astro there, coming in and taking the hard breach. He's going to get Julio as well. That's 2 gone, and a little bit of a off the shield of Montagna. And right now the next mirror window looks to be cleared off, but big IQ play coming in from Mav there, just dips around the other side, knows that he's safe to do so, and will just keep that attic area safe. Now, this is an interesting play. We don't tend to see mirror available too often, so we haven't really seen this yet, and it just allows that line of sight down.
See him baiting out shots. We've seen the smoke extend out another one of his canisters off the contact that was found from Psycho. Psycho goes in and has to get himself into the corner to stay alive. Shots through as we still Kamikaze dropping down to the ground and eliminating Yuna. Mav as well suffers the same fate. The only response they have is from the Doc, and the Doc starts to slay, invites them in and picks them to pieces. The scalpel is out and he's making an incision into the round and an incision into FaZe Clan's chance of getting themselves another map here in the grand final, Tim. He's denied the round for NiP. Gigantic play from Ion there.
Pushing back continuously, had to dip out for a few minutes and come back, but right now we can see that a push is going to come along. Psycho looks to move in, but the kills just rain in. FaZe just behave as if he's not there. Muzi will go in behind him. Mav is in the corridor. Shut down as he moves out of the smoke. A dangerous move for him because he didn't know what he was heading into. Muzi, this is your opportunity to get the diffuser down. Psycho's holding them at bay. That's exactly what he's going to try to do. That is an essential kill from Julio, but we have Ion shutting down Psycho. Muzi steps into the breach and gets the kill. 3 versus 1 now. The diffuser is in hand. It is not activated yet. Ion has been forced back behind that deployable shield. Gets one, but shut down as he does. Great cover coming in from Muzi, and that is going to take NiP onto match point here. Can they get them another? Can they take this R6 major in the
revving, waiting, getting ready to push, getting ready to fight, but when the fists get thrown, it favors FaZe, as we'll see Psycho slain. Pino trades back. Here comes Uzi, the human Uzi, to massacre his way through. Takes himself to 12. One final frag is all that's required, and of course he's gonna do it. NiP, they win the major. They concede 1 map the whole way through. 3 days of competition.
Pray that you'll be dead to me.